think I missed that. Wow, got him in one. Holy hell. Okay. Let's see. Anything good on you? Wow! Arrow of Wasting Viper? Holy shit, what's going on with all the archers in here? They're dropping some goodies for me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see, anything here? Maybe that is set loot. No, it can't be. It's gotta be RNG. Right? Okay. Granted, I know that a lot of the enchanted arrows get added to the game by way of the official plugin. Jesus Christ, this shit is just like fucking haunted as hell. Listen to this. Oh, okay, also let alone the fact, you know, it is very haunted. We just killed a couple skeletons and ghosts. When we had last left the prisoner, bound by prophecy, they continued on with their business in House Llalu, where they had finally earned the ability to procure some land and construct a stronghold. And it was there, after beginning the initial phases of construction, that they needed, of course, a plan to make some money. But contrary to what you may expect from House Llalu, or perhaps exactly as you should expect from House Llalu, they wanted to do some fair business trading, and indeed help out some of the local populace. Why, of course, who wouldn't want to help out if you were in House Llalu, the local populace of the Llalu town of Balmora? Why wouldn't you want to do that? That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Anyway, nonetheless, now they had to, and had done as much, the cleansing of Aquama egg mine from the dreaded blight disease. But now it was time to report the findings back to Balmora and see what else remained to do. This is the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. This is Morrowind Mondays. Welcome back. Whoop, there we go. And also, major apologies, this video will be coming out significantly later than I would like. That is because if you've been following along with the most recent Baldur's Gate and Skyrim videos, if you're watching along as these are coming out, you'll know that I've been sick for the past 3 or 4 days, and it's still going on. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but it feels like we're getting close to the end of it. We're on the tail end. Feeling a lot better, still in good spirits, but,
what assistance
you know.
do you need?
The trouble with getting something with, like, your throat and your mouth going on, right, is when you have to talk a whole lot, it really, it screws you in a major way. Let's see, let us travel real quick back to Balmora. There we are.
So what's this?
And for that reason, this video may actually end up also being on the shorter end, just to, you know, take it easy. The last thing I want is to push myself too hard and end up losing my voice. Right? But feeling better than the past 2 days combined, right? Or separate, right? Already feels like we're on the tail end of things, which is good as gravy. It's good as gravy. You know? That's good. That's great. Let's head on up over here. Also, of course, in between videos, like I said, I tended to a little bit inventory management, sold off some of the knickknacks that we picked up at the Mages Guild. Right? Got a little bit of money. Not too much, though. Oh, shit. There we are. Let's see. Who do we need to speak to? Is it you? I'm almost certain we will not be high enough level in, or high enough rank in House Llalu to go on with the final stage of construction, but we may need to, yeah, we'll probably swap back over to the main quest line, right? We'll kind of be working on these in tandem as we're building up, like, our skills and money to advance our skills and all that, you know? Alright, hey, Dondos. Like, okay, also, especially when it comes to Morrowind, it may not be conducive to, you know, helping a sore throat along. That said, the symptoms of having a sore throat that I've got feel pretty gone, but you never know how it works. At least I certainly don't. Alright. Here we go, let's try it. Do you want to discuss your stronghold? Oh, that's pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. Alright, yes. Your stronghold is now helping House Llalu with business and trade.
I will give the orders to begin the next phase of construction.
All right. Tell me more about it?
I've given the orders to begin the next phase of construction. Give it some time, Lyle Schnub.
Very well. Okay. Oh, can we ask about the Sharn Replay?
The Sharn Replay egg mine is back in business.
How about egg mining?
Egg mining may not be glamorous, but it's a good, steady business. You may come to appreciate it in time.
How about the egg miners I recruited?
You've recruited some egg miners, and the Sharn Replay egg mine should give you some steady income.
Cool. I don't believe we actually see the income from that, right? I don't think so. It would be neat if there were, like, I don't know, business ownership in Elder Scrolls and stuff, right? Like, you could choose to open up a shop or something, right? Especially one that correlated to your trade skills. And you of course, don't necessarily need to run it yourself, but you could, like, if you were good at alchemy, right? You could mentor an alchemist to run and operate a alchemy shop, or like a blacksmith or whatever, right? That would be very neat, right? Because I remember it wasn't exactly at the time. I'm pretty sure it came out a few years after Morrowind. I can't remember for certain, but Fable, the very first Fable came out. I remember playing it quite a bit. I think I played through it twice, right? Because, you know, it's a little bit on the shore side compared to fucking Morrowind of all things, right? But there was, like, business and home ownership, and I don't really want to get into the whole... I don't think you need to go all the way and have, like, you become a landlord of places and rent shit out to people, right? Like, fuck me. But it would be cool if you owned and operated a shop, right? I'd be down for that. Not necessary, but it'd be neat. I'm sure there's plenty of mods that allow you to do that. That seems like something that's not simple, but doable within mods, I would imagine. Anyway, let's see. Let's check what we need to do. Don't we need to speak with What's-Her-Butt for the... Yeah, gra-Muzgob informant. The Spy Master, wow, we're not even on a first-name basis, huh? Told me to get Sharn gra-Muzgob at the Balmora Mages Guild to tell me about the Nerevarine, and then report back to him. I'll have to do a little errand for her first, he says. I'm beginning to see a pattern here. Rather than pay informants with hard cash, Caius trades favors for information. And, as the new recruit in the organization, I provide the favors. Ah well, a lesson in humility. Right. Which really isn't on Caius, right? More so it's on the Empire, right? Like, as a governing body, especially with how potentially important this could be, they really should be affording more money to their agents to, like, just straight up pay people, right? Like, what the fuck? But of course, that's like a recurring theme with the Empire in the Elder Scrolls, right? Is that they leave... You know, there's loads of Imperial forts abandoned.
What is this about? Ran
into destitution and all that shit, and especially in Morrowind, there's a bunch of clashing between the local Dunmeri populace and the Imperial Legion and all that. And also, like, you know, they're severely stretched thin. And it continues on in Morrowind. And if anything, it's sort of a show of, like, although, you know, the Oblivion crisis in Oblivion is going on, like, they're kind of living glamorously out there, especially in the Imperial City, right? I don't know.
What assistance do
I feel
you
like,
need?
you know, some bad shit going on, right? Who'd have thunk? Yeah, who'd have thunk? The Empire, maybe not running at the best to everyone's needs or whatever. Anyway, oh shit, sorry, Ajira. I'm just so used to entering here and talking with you. Let's see, even though we haven't done that yet. Alright, Sharn gra-Muzgob. Hey, what's up?
No interruptions. How many times? Oh, you are one of Caius's associates. That is a different matter. Caius and I have a very satisfactory arrangement. And I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement, if you will complete a little errand for me.
Errand?
The errand, then, is very simple. I need the skull of Llevule Andrano. You'll find it in Andrano ancestral tomb, but take care not to upset the natives. The Dunmer have some peculiar primitive prejudices against necromancy and take grave objection to unauthorized tomb visits.
Necromancy? Are you wanting this skull to, like, necromance it up?
In the Empire, necromancy is a legitimate discipline through body and spirit, though body and spirit are protected property and may not be used without permission of the owner. But in Morrowind, the Dunmer loathe necromancers and put them to death. That's absurd, of course, since the Dunmer summoned their own dead to guard tombs and defend the family. Sacred necromancy is righteous, while philosophical necromancy is evil. It's primitive superstition. That's all.
I do love the, like, dichotomy between the two of them. I fucking love that, right? That's some classic Elder Scrollsy, Morrowindy world building at play. Anyway, necromancers? Oh, right, yeah. Right, I almost forgot.
No, of course not. I can't teach you spells. I'm not a necromancer. No, absolutely not. Not a necromancer.
Right, yeah, and although I'm a member of House Alu, I've never murdered, bribed, or extorted anyone for money or power myself, right? We're just here doing business. Fuck me. Okay, let's see. Let's ask about Llevule Andrano.
He was no one special. A journeyman enchanter. There may be many skulls in Andrano tomb, but you'll have no problem recognizing Llevule's skull from the ritual markings.
Wait. If he wasn't special, why were there ritual markings on his skull? Huh. Okay. Tell me about the ancestral tomb? Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. I forgot that you got a free enchanted weapon here? Geez, that's really useful.
The tomb is south of Pelagiad, just off the road, just before you reach the fork where the road goes southwest towards Seydanin and southeast to Vivek. You may need an enchanted blade. Some spirits are immune to normal weapons. Here, take this old short sword, and maybe these old scrolls will come in handy.
Taldam's Scorcher and Vitality. Huh. Okay. Have we been in there? Let's see. He was no one special. Ancestral Tomb. Okay. Latest rumors? Oh.
Ajira made a bet with Galbadir about who would get to the rank of journeyman first. Hope it doesn't end with more flame Atronachs in the guild library like last time.
Bet with Galbadir.
It doesn't surprise me.
Alright. Is that your voice? Was that like a good... Wow, that was it. I can't believe it. That was her voice. I nailed it. The first try. Incredible. With the cold and everything. Really a miracle worker, I would say. If anything. Here, let's move these on out of here. Here we go. Should we get these intervention scrolls? We'll put them on us. We'll just move these out here, that way I can tend to them later. There we go. And we'll start the respawn process, you know? Oh, athletics went up. Great. Okay, let's wait a bit. Actually, we don't really need to, because we're going to... Yeah, let's take the Strider out there. Oh, let's see what we had to say in the... Yeah, in our logs here. Sharn gra-Muzgob will provide the information on the Nerevarine that the Spy Master wants, after I've done a little errand for her. She wants me to retrieve the skull of Llevule Andrano from Andrano Ancestral Tomb. Here's a question. Is Llevule Andrano in ESO? I did all of the Vardenfell stuff, but I don't remember it all. I would expect as much, right? Because that is a dungeon. It's like one of the first introductory dungeons in that Morrowind expansion. Anyway, she mentioned Dunmer prejudices against necromancy and warned me not to upset the natives, which you can't really, like, doesn't really exist as a as any sort of anything in this, right? It's purely for the sake of flavor and, like, world building, right? At least, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's ever actually any player agency involved around that, right? Like speaking of ESO, you can't do like necromancy out in public and then people get mad at you or whatever, right? It's just flavor. That said, I don't know, maybe some of this modded content will have plenty to say on that. Sharn gra-Muzgob assures me she is not a necromancer and that she cannot teach me any spells. I wonder. Sharn gra-Muzgob says that Andrano ancestral tomb is south of Pelagia, just off the road, just before the fork where the road goes southwest towards Seyda-Deen and southeast to Vivec. She gave me an enchanted blade and some scrolls because she says some spirits are immune to normal weapons. Right. We should probably sell off this weapon, though. Let's see. Where even is it? There it is. Yeah, we should probably get rid of it. We've already got enchanted stuff. That said, on a short blade, 1 to 25 points of fire damage? That ain't half bad. Well, except for the fact that it is fire damage, and you know, most of the things here fighting on Vardenfell are going to have some degree of resistance to fire. But other than that, pretty good for being free.
Sorry, stranger, my time is short, so get on with it.
Well, here, will you take this fun weapon that's weighing me down a little bit? There you go. Yeah, 8 gold. Great. How about 9?
Fuck you. Fuck you, Meldor. Fuck you. I hate you. Damn you. Straight to fucking oblivion.
Okay. Let's head on out. I love as well how fucking Morrowind these directions are, right? Sharn gra-Muzgob says the tomb is south of Pelagiad. Pelagiad is the point of reference? What the fuck? Not Balmora or Seyda-Deen, a likely starting point for a player, right? But, you know, the town with no fast travel at all, that's the beginning point of reference, so you have to start from there. You have to get there, and then you
make a special
navigate
trip
around.
just for you. Same low price.
Alright. Take me to Seyda-Deen, if you will. Good.
Where would you
All right,
like to go?
Let's do a quick save just as well. Good. Alright, do we think these fun little flowers have respawned out here? Could be good to grab at least the coda flower, you know? Or the... yeah. There we go. Because they're kind of valuable. How about these? Are these valuable? No, not really. I mean, we could take them, just for the sake of carrying around for water walking. If we really wanted to. That said, we've got at least one water walking potion now. Bungler's Bane does nothing. Alright, well, quick save. Oh, shit. There's a fucking dude here. Alright, gotcha. Easy. Let's see here. I'll eat that right on the spot. Good. Jeez. Freaky looking dudes, huh? But in a fun way. In a fun way. Alright. They got a face like, like, this'll be dated, right? In the very likely event that you are watching this video in the future. Sort of like a week or two ago from when this video came out, there was like a quasi-viral video, I guess, where some dude was like talking about some funny train or whatever, right? And he's got like a GoPro or something mounted to his head. It's got like such a weird, goofy-ass, like, wide angle that he looks like a fucking Nyx hound. Good God. There you go. There's a free, like, social media post for you, right? Post that image of him and, like, a close-up of a Nyx hound's head. Boom. Get you some free likes or, like, karma on Reddit or whatever the fuck. I'm assuming no one's already done it yet. I can't imagine it's, like, an original idea. Alright, let's see. Over here. Good. Okay. Great, great, great. Let's see. Take some of this Comberry. I'm pretty sure this is it. Oh my gosh, it hurt me. Yep, Andrano Ancestral Tomb. We'll do a quick save here. Lovely. Should we... well, no. If we rest, we'll level up. I think I do have some, like, Restore Fatigue somewhere. Or maybe not. Maybe I just don't. Maybe that's a complete fabrication. Alright, let's head on in. I forget, does bone mold Is bone mold gonna help me here, or am I gonna be, like, majorly screwed? Huh. Let's get some throwing stars, just to play it safe. Let's see, look at this dude. Is that a dead guy? Yeah, it totally is. Okay. Let's prime our fucking throwing star. Okay. Something really close. Let's take care of it before we look at the bod. There we go. Get out of here, spooky ghost! Oh, shit. Good. Alright. Take back our throwing star. Lovely. Oh, jeez. It's little, like, dollop of poo, ghost poo, is barely perceptible. Like, at a glance, you would miss it. Okay. Oh, no wonder you died. You only... Look at your armor situation. Okay. You just only wanted to be hit on that one arm. With the shield and everything. Okay. What have you got? Oh, look, a silver longsword as well. Very clever as well, right? You know, honestly, some pretty advanced world or level design, I would say, for Morrowind way back when, right? Or at least, I guess, expected for a dungeon involved in the main quest. But you might not know it if you came out here and just happened along this dungeon, right? Since it's right off of Satanin, there's a good chance that maybe you come here as one of your first few dungeons after Adamasartis or whatever it is in the swamps outside of Satanin. But yeah, they got the silver longsword here, just in case you need it. Very neat. And some fancy pants, too. I guess I'll take them. Okay, good. Let's do a quick save as well. Anything fun in here? Just some bone. I'll eat it. There we are. There we are. Good, good, good. Let's check inside of this. Huh? Nope, no one. Should we just go down this route? Yeah, let's do it. Oh shit. Something has, like, detected me. Hissing at me. A skeletal dude over yonder. That's a direct hit. Man, this thing cannot hit me. Holy shit, we're dodging so many shots. Just manually. Oh, fuck. The ultimate motherfucker. Oh, no, not the ultimate one. Alright. Good. I forget, aren't the Bone Walkers susceptible to standard weapons? I can't remember. Nah, I think you still need magical stuff to hit them. Alright. I want to say, I don't remember if it was in Morrowind or not, but there was some game where one of them didn't work as expected. Like, some undead creature was susceptible. Oh my god, look. Some dire shard arrows. Holy shit. Now, I think that's just random loot. I don't think that's set to be there. Okay. But yeah, I think there's some creature that is susceptible to normal attacks that you wouldn't expect. Oh, whoa. Look at that. Did you see my hand? What was that? Huh. My character's hand animation was a little odd. Should I donate 35? Nah, I need that money. That's training money. Alright. Let's do another quick save just in case we get fucked up. Good. Jesus! Listen to this. It's like a fucking Halloween haunted house. Right? It's got like one of those like corny ass looped like spooky sounds like you hear like a witch cackle every so often. There's like a thunderbolt or a thunder booming. Here we are. Let's take care of you. Good stuff. Great. Alright. Anything on you? Just your bones. I'll eat them. Your bones will be my dinner. Is that good? You like that one? No? Okay. Oh, fire salts. Okay. And of course, who could forget Violet Coprinus? Caprinus. Caprinus almost sounds like a kind of car. Okay, let's do a quick save. Oh shit. Look at this dick. Alright, gotcha. Oh shit. My power is gone. Let's see, what do we want to do? How about we get these silver bolts rolling? There we are. Great. Easy does it. I think I missed that. Wow, got him in one. Holy hell. Okay. Let's see. Anything good on you? Wow! Arrow of Wasting Viper? Holy shit, what's going on with all the archers in here? They're dropping some goodies for me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see, anything here? Maybe that is set loot. No, it can't be. It's gotta be RNG. Right? Okay, granted, I know that a lot of the enchanted arrows get added to the game by way of the official plugin. Jesus Christ, this shit is just like fucking haunted as hell. Listen to this. Oh, okay, also let alone the fact, you know, it is very haunted. We just killed a couple skeletons and ghosts. Alright, you know. Okay, but come on. You get what I mean. Alright. Let's see over here. Should we take a silver dagger? It's quite valuable. We'll take it. There we are. What are they saying? Sounds like they're saying Dadai, Dadai, or Dodongo. Wasn't the Dodongo some kind of like Ocarina of Time monster? The Dodongo? I feel like it was the boss at the Goron area. Okay, over here. A Nordic battle axe. Wow. Okay. Let's do some quick repairs while we can. Lovely. Can I move? Or am I... Huh. Not quite encumbered. I'll eat that. Here we are. Good. Oh shit. Let's do a quick save before we go down there. We'll check over here. Do you think that's like canned audio, or not canned, but like licensed audio that they got from, you know, a lot of sound effects places? Just bought like a suite of cheap sound effects and stuff that a whole bunch of games use. That said, you know, it's not like the other ones where, like, I haven't heard it before in other games. This like haunted house whispering sound. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is unique to Morrowind. Maybe it is someone, like, recording themselves. It's like old Ken Rolston or whatever got on the mic. There we are. Good stuff. Yeah, like the footsteps and, you know, the Blightstorm wind or the doors. That's all, yeah, that shit, that's definitely in some sort of, like, licensed, fully worked suite that they must have bought or whatever for the game, right? Because, you know, they were fairly small at the time and almost bankrupt after Redguard. So, hey, they didn't exactly have the time to hire someone to do, like, a lot of high-quality Foley work and shit, right? A lot of high-quality sound design, sound work. But, I don't know, the haunted whispering stuff. Oh, shit. Go. Good. Great. Like, there's definitely a mix of custom sounds for the game, right? Like we just heard, like, all the spell effects popping off. Pretty sure I've only ever heard those in Morrowind. You know? Oh, dear. Here, let's drink some booze. Why not? It's quite heavy. And we've got plenty of Flynn. Just like the best booze to haul around. Although Sujamma has like a special place in my heart, you know. Another sermon. Unarmored. Okay, good. Let's see, should we take the native Gajulan bone mold helm? It's quite valuable. I'm taking it. We could probably just stack our... What do you call them? Oh, Hey, here's the skull. Dagger of Judgment. But we could just stack our booze. What does this do? Weight, 1.5. Value is only 6. Damage, strength, and endurance. Good lord, can you hear me now? I got the cold is coming in now, right? I've got significantly, I've just noticed it myself. Maybe there was like a slow ramp up, but now me, the person speaking, I've just noticed I feel significantly more nasally than usual, right? Frankly, let's be real. I'm already kind of a nasally dude. All right. Man, I'm surprised they didn't have any ghosts pop out when I did that, right? Certainly they have the ability to do as much. All right. Over here. Anything else? Oh, shit. Let's drink some Monster. It's very heavy. There's a skeleton. Is this its full body or is that its shadow? It's like a skeleton got hit by a nuclear blast or whatever. Okay. Oh, right, yeah. Inside of the weird, messed up pit, for whatever reason. Homilies of Blessed Almalexia. I guess we'll take it. Good. Chow down on those. Anything else good here? Nah. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Just ate like half of the Andrano family by way of bone meal. Beautiful. Okay, let's get on out of here. We can also stop by a Riles or a Riley's trade house. Sell off a few things before we take the Strider out of here. Yeah, we may, we may yet, stop recording a little early as I'm sounding, as this begins to get worse and worse, right? It sounds worse than it feels, right? It's just very inconvenient for when it comes to recording, right? And, it got really bad on the prior Baldur's Gate to this, right? Okay. Gosh, I think the most ill I've ever, the most fucking ill, fucking sick I've ever been, while recording Morrowind Mondays specifically, or I guess maybe in general, was in Volume 1. It was like within the first 10 videos, there was one where I just like got sick all of a sudden, and I like pretty much lost my voice. So for like 2 or 3 weeks worth of Morrowind, I was just like, the very hoarse, whispery kind of voice, you know? Which is ideally what I'm trying to avoid doing to myself here. Right? Hopefully, you know, I got a few years of experience recording fucking videos. Hopefully I can avoid it myself. Hopefully after all this time I've learned at least something to where I can avoid inflicting it upon myself. We'll see though. Good God. Tomorrow's Skyrim, I'm just I also forget how to talk. I can't talk either. The entire thing is just me. Good God. Let's go over here. Great. Alright. Good stuff. And then we'll sell off a few things. Hey, what do you want? Do you want anything cool here? I got like daggers, long swords, fun pants, a hat. How about some fire salts, a ghoul's heart? Yeah, you like all that, don't you? There you go, take a book. Take another one. Alright, I think we're good. Should we get rid of the Dagger of Judgment? Notice it's Judgment, spelled with 2 E's rather than 1. I believe both are acceptable spellings. Alright. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll crank up the price to like $4.50 and see if he'll accept that. Oh, you fucker. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a fucker. It's really nothing. Okay. Let's get out here, head on back to Sharn. Good, good, good. Always nice to come back into Satanin and all that and see everybody out here chilling and whatnot. Okay. Frankly, I'm surprised that Jub is the only one who goes forward in time from Satanin, right? I would expect some other, like, Dunmer people out and around here. Like, could you imagine if, like, foreign Gilnith showed up in the future and canonically was not killed or whoever? Or what's the lifespan on Bosmer? Don't all elves live to be have like roughly equivocal lifespans relative to the races of men? Right? So wouldn't it be plausible that Fargoth could show up in the future? Isn't that possible? Okay, let's go back to Balmora. There we go. Good. Okay, lovely. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for fan service. I know it's a little pandery, right, to include stuff like that, but I like it. I like being pandered to. Okay, let's go over here to the Mages Guild. Turn in our amazing, fun skull that we've retrieved. There we are. Hey, Sharn, check it out. My favorite not necromancer.
Again, is this about the errand you're doing for me?
It is.
Very good. I'll just take that skull from you. Perfect for what I have in mind. Thank you. Now, as I promised, I'll answer your questions on the Neverine cult. Go ahead.
Tell me about the cult.
This Ashlander cult believes the long-dead hero, Nerevar, will be reborn to...
Oh gosh, it's fucking me up now. It's getting worse. Hang on, I've got to take a quick drink. We'll probably end it after this one.
Will be reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes. According to the legend, the prophecy Nerevarine will cast down the false gods of the tribunal temple, restore the traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders, and drive all Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlaw the cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders, who care little for Imperial or Temple law. Here, take this copy of my notes on the topic for Caius.
Alright, what do you have to say about Nerevar?
Nerevar is a first-age hero of the Dunmer people. He was a great general and leader. He helped form the First Council and united the Dunmer houses against foreign invaders, aided by the traitors of House Dagoth. He triumphed over Morrowind's enemies at Red Mountain, but died in the battle.
Tell me about the Nerevarine.
The Ashlanders have a prophecy that the legendary hero Nerevar will be reborn. They call this reincarnated hero the Nerevarine.
Alright. Should we check out the Nerevarine cult notes? I'm not sure if they're actually different from what we were just told. Let's see. Oh, they are quite different. Oh my gosh, and there's quite a lot. Okay. Holy hell. The following are notes from Sharn gra-Muzgob to Caius Cossidus. Or Cassades. I don't know. The Nerevarine cult. I guess we should read this since, you know, we've read it before, but it's especially pertinent to the goings-on of this game, right? So for the sake of anyone who may just be jumping on to Morrowind by way of Volume 2, we'll read it. The Nerevarine cult. This Ashlander religious cult follows prophecies of a Nerevar reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes, to re-establish the traditions of the prophet Veloth, to cast down the false gods of the tribunal temple, and drive all Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlaw the cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders despite Imperial and Temple repression. Because it is persecuted, it remains a secret cult, and it is hard to judge how widespread it is among the Ashlanders, or whether it has any following outside the Ashlander tribes. The Nerevarine. The Ashlanders firmly believe that Nerevar will return to restore the glories of ancient Resdain. Morrowind was called Resdain before the Imperial occupation. The Ashlanders say the great houses and the temple have abandoned the pure teachings of the prophet Veloth, forsaking ancestor worship for the false gods of the tribunal, and embracing the comforts of civilization that corrupted the High Elves. The temple, on the other hand, venerates Saint Nerevar, but rejects the disgusting notion that the false incarnate will walk the earth like a ghoul. You know, it'd be cool if they ever returned back to Morrowind for a core game, right? Because, you know, they've already taken up the name, The Elder Scrolls Morrowind. Well, 3 Morrowind. But in order to have it be a bit different, you could just, like, if for whatever reason they wanted to come back, just call it Resdayn, right? Because it would totally fit into, like, if the Thalmor shit is still going on, it could totally fit into the current world building and all that, a lot of people would want to go back to calling Morrowind Resdayn rather than Morrowind, you know? It would totally fit as a subtitle. Anyway, Nerevar. The temple honors Saint Nerevar as the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor and companion of Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha Sil, who united the Dunmer houses to destroy the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies at Red Mountain. But the Ashlanders say Nerevar promised to honor the ancient spirits and the tribal law, and that he will come again to honor that promise. To the Ashlanders, this means destroying the false temple and driving the imperial invaders from the land. Nerevarine prophecies. Dream visions and prophecies are a respected tradition in Ashlander culture. Their wise women and shamans take careful note of dreams and visions and pass on the tribe's legacies of vision and prophecy to their successors. By contrast, the temple and the Western faiths are suspicious of mysticism, and they regard interpretation of dreams and visions as primitive superstition. The most common version of the Nerevarine prophecy is the stranger. The verses are obscure, as are most prophecies, but 2 observations are in order. First, many less well-informed scholars assume the phrase journeyed far neath moon and star is just a cliché to suggest a very long journey, but the Nerevar of legend was known to possess a magical ring named Once Clan under Moon and Star, upon which Nerevar is supposed to have sworn his promise to honor ancient Ashlander traditions and land rights. Second, the reference to 7 curses must certainly refer to the lost prophetic verses known to the Ashlanders as the 7 curses. The stranger. When earth is sundered, and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the 7 curses, to the heath there comes a stranger, journeyed far neath moon and star. Though stark-born to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger. Many fall, but one remains. Right, which ties into, you know, the very opening of the game and all that. Right, very neat. I'm hesitant to say that the stranger is like the Morrowind equivalent of like the Dragonborn prophecy and all that, right? How it's like a very succinct little sort of, I don't know, poem, sort of like this, right? Thinking back to like what I used for the opening, the very beginning of the Skyrim playthrough. Because I believe there's multiple ones of this, right? Of like this fun poem. So that's why I'm hesitant to say that it sort of is the big overview and like preview of what's to come, like the prophecy of what's to come in that game, or in this game, right? Because there's just multiple things. I don't know if we get information on yet, but I think we do, like, as we go along with the dissident priests and stuff, right? Because this mostly just explains the beginning, right? Well, yeah, I guess you could say. I don't know. Maybe it's... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's up to interpretation. Right? I guess. But, like, more so, like I said, I would say that this is more pertaining to, like, the beginnings, like the start of the game. Right? Whereas there's prophecies that dictate the goings-on of other parts of the game as well. Right? Like I said, we'll get into them later, I'm sure. Lost prophecies. Ashlander elders complain of prophecies which have been lost to tribal memory due to the carelessness or ineptitude of earlier generations of wise women and Ashkans. Suspicious scholars wonder whether these prophecies might have been deliberately forgotten or suppressed. 3 Nerevarine prophecies in particular are said to have been lost. Right, yeah, this is them. 1. The Lost Prophecies. 2. The 7 Curses. 3. 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Perhaps these lost prophecies will someday be found, either in forgotten accounts written by literate travelers, or in the memories of isolated Ashlanders, or in the secret traditions of the wise women and shamans. Right. And like I said, this is why I'm so hesitant to say that, like, the Stranger is exactly the same equivalent, right? I guess you could say it's like a rough equivalent, right? It's definitely reminiscent. Or I guess you would say it the other way around, like Skyrim's Dragonborn prophecy that you see in the book that you can find, like, in the opening moments of the game. That is reminiscent of the Stranger here, right? But yeah, I don't know. Because if I remember correctly, the Skyrim one is so much more... It covers so much more of the main quest, right? Whereas this is split into multiple pieces. The only downside, though, I think, like, does Oblivion have something like this? Not as far as I know. Like, your main prophecy comes from the Emperor, right? So I guess his speech at the beginning, right, or at least part of his speech at the beginning is meant to be your prophecy. It's just not put in words, right? I guess it's not a long-standing prophecy. It's one that only he really experienced. Uriel Septim, I should say. Right? Or maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe there totally is a prophecy for the Oblivion Crisis in, like, the hero of Kavach. Or I guess more aptly, Martin Septim. Right? Alright. Yeah, interesting stuff. Very fun. I love it when we get to see the prophecies and all that. I don't know. There's just something fun about it. Alright, well, holy shit. We went on longer than I was expecting. Hopefully the stuffy nose clears up soon. Otherwise, more fun to be expected in tomorrow's Skyrim, which, if it keeps up, will probably also be late. As I try to nurse this and hopefully get through it before recording another one. Until next time, please take care of each other.